morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in to INCRadio Los Angeles. Today is actually a great topic for today because we are exploring the local congregation of Northridge. Hashtag Nori for those that are tuning in. So please tune in and also put your hashtags for your own locals as well as the local of Northridge. So for today's topic is going to be all about for the local, and we'll be soon to find out what are some things that we can actually do and explore in Northridge. So with that being said, we have our guest panelists for today. We have Kajef, we have Sister Tess. And then we have Sister Cece and then Brother Colin, as well as Sister Mercy and Sister Lucella. So how's everyone doing today? Good. All right. But before we go, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Brother San Fernando Valley. I'm from the local congregation of Santa Clarita. So, with that being said, we will actually now go into our. We will now actually open with our icebreaker game. So, with the icebreaker game, once so first of all, let's also first introduce our first guest panelist. We have Sister Tess. So how are you, Sister Tess? And can you please also introduce also if you can also state the offices that you have as well.
Hi, this is Sister Tess. I'm in the locale of Northridge. Yay! We're very excited to be here to feature our locale and what Northridge is all about. I'm a deaconess in our locale, also an assistant head secretary, and also an LOS secretary, and of course, your booklet officer.
All right. So and then after that we have us, and then we have Sister Cece. How are you, Sister Cece?
Hi, I'm doing amazing. So yes, my name is Sister Cece, and I am a local secretary at the moment. Yeah, and also I video.
Yeah. Yay! And then we have Brother Colin. How are you, Brother Colin?
Hello, Paul. I'm doing good. My name is Brother Colin. I'm a choir member and a district CBI officer.
All right, and then we have Brother Jeff. How are you, Brother Jeff?
Doing well, Paul. Thank you, Paul, for having us. Today we'll talk about Northridge. I'm Brother Jeff, and I'm one of the head deacons, Paul.
All right, and then we have Mercy Paul. Hello, Paul, Sister Mercy. All right. So, while we have Sister Mercy, come back, we will have we'll have Sister Lucella. How are you, Sister Lucella?
Hi, Brother Stefan. I'm doing very good. It's nice to see you. I'm Sister Lucella. I'm from the local of Northridge, and I am a choir member in Northridge. It's nice to be here.
All right. So, with that being said, we will actually go on to our first icebreaker game. So hopefully everyone has paid attention, because this is I think everyone has already said something, but we'll see. We'll find out. So with that being said, I will now describe well, actually the personalities and the many qualities of these people. So let's go with person one. Person one is a choir and a district CBI officer and has a low spice tolerance. Who is that person? Who is it? You can also unmute yourselves as well. We do want to hear your laughs as well. Who could it be?
I don't know. It might be Sister Cece.
Me?
Is
Oh,
it?
I don't know. No, CBI officer. CBI officer.
Yeah, I wonder who they.
You're the only one. Yeah.
Who is it?
It's gotta be Brother Colin.
Gotta be Brother Colin. No?
All right. Who is it?
Reveal themselves.
It's me.
Yeah.
Ah,
Again,
Brother
always a lie.
Colin. All right, good job. So, person number 2 is a choir leader, a finance officer, assistant overseer, and likes outdoors activities. Who is that person?
Sister Mercy.
Oh,
Gotta be Sister Mercy.
Mercy. Come, Mercy, can you unmute yourself?
She can't unmute.
Okay. All right. So next up is
There. Okay, yeah.
yay!
yay. All right. So, Mercy, that was you.
Yay!
All right. Next up is person number 3 is a local secretary and has and has a high spice level tolerance and loves bulldog ramen. Who is the
Oh,
person?
Yes.
I don't know. It might be Ate Lizella. I couldn't tell you.
It's
I
gotta
could
be
not
Cece.
down bulldog
Sal.
noodles for my life. It would not happen. It's definitely got to be Sister Cece.
It's definitely Cece.
So it's
Yeah.
Sister Cece.
It
All
is me.
right.
I know my children.
All right. Next up, who is this person? Which is the first head deacon and eats junk food for motivation to exercise. Who is this person?
Brother
Kaja.
Jeff.
Gotcha.
Brother Jeff.
Junk food?
Junk
That's a good
food.
motivation.
Actually, bonus question: what is your favorite junk food?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
That's a good one. Yep.
That's good. That's good. All right. Next up is a deaconess, an LOS officer, a district booklet officer, and their comfort show is Grey's Anatomy. Who is this
Oh,
person?
that's
Sister
definitely.
Taz.
Sister Tess.
Guilty.
All right. Last person is a choir and likes boba and BTS. Who is this person?
Sister Lasella.
Lazella.
Sister
I
Marcella.
drink way too much boba. I think it's almost my blood already, but yeah.
Bonus question: what is your favorite boba order?
That's so hard to answer. Like, if anyone knows, like, if you're a boba enthusiast, it's so hard to answer this question. But I guess I'll have to go with, like, anything with peach or lychee milk tea. That's my favorite.
Okay.
With boba, it has to have boba. If there's no boba, it's not boba.
Okay, so you heard it here first. So, uh, for those that are boba enthusiasts, that's her favorite, or that's one of her favorite drinks. All right, so thank you for playing our icebreaker game. We will now go into our next segment, which is talking about the history of the local congregation of Northridge. With first up with Kajef, I know Northridge is a great local. Just to see, right, and just to really experience, just to really see how the brethren is. But when was the local established, Kajef?
The locale was established on February 2nd, 2017.
And then as well as, like, how long have you been in the local actually?
So I believe about 7 years now.
But so you've seen, since you've been there for 7 years, you've seen the growth of of this local, right? And and pretty much the many success that you've experienced as in the local. So what ways would you say you've seen it grow? As like just the many experiences that you've seen, how has it grown through your eyes actually?
The locale has grown by us having other brethren transfer from other locales. For example, like Sister Lucella, she's here with us. The other way is we were able to bear fruits through the love and mercy of the Almighty, and it's a great blessing that with a small locale like ours. Like not too long ago, I believe we have new Bible students signed up. So it's a great blessing.
That's awesome. Yeah, and just the many success that this local has been went through. I could see like just the many success that has this local has been through. So how would you describe your local congregation?
I love my locale. The officers, everyone in the locale, including the non-officers, we are very family oriented. We do our best to work as a team. When we are given tasks or responsibilities, we do not see things difficult or challenging. We see them as opportunities for us to prove our unison with the administration, to prove our trust in the Almighty God, and to prove that we are a locale, that we are always seeking the heart of God. And I love being in this locale. Everyone is friendly. If ever you transfer in this locale, you'll see what I mean. Always smiling faces. It's always fun to attend our meetings. They're not very long, but even if they are long at times, it's a lot of fun. And we love being with one another in this locale.
And then lastly, what is, or what actually, like, what is the Jedokan's Center, and how is it tied to, to the local of Northridge?
The Jarakan Martial Arts Center is a martial arts school that I established back in July 27, year 2000, with actually one of my best friends. He's a minister now, Brother Jose Velasquez Jr., but of course he ended up going into the ministry. The objective of the martial arts school was to help bring people into church. So it was for propagation and of course for edification of brethren who might want to become members. We do our best to strengthen them in the faith and encouraging them to attend church activities. And the Jerokan Academy has been the place also for us where we conduct most of our activities that we are not required to be on chapel ground. So that's what the Jerokan Martial Arts Academy is.
All right. So thank you, Brother Jeff, for that. And this is just a small snippet of of what the history of of Northridge is. And again, thank you so much, Jeff, for just for also just talking about just a little bit of the history and and why Northridge is so great to be in. So with that, we will also have our we have Sister Mercy here, but which will talk about actually more about the many activities, especially when it comes to to the choir. Actually, there was actually a recent activity that was held just last year, and it really involves with the choir, and that's talking about Songs of Faith, Love, and Hope, which is the a cappella edition. So Sister Mercy, where and when was this activity?
This activity was actually held at the Alex Theater in Glendale. This was September 22nd of 2024. That was on a Sunday.
And thank you. So thank you for presenting those photos. But so for this activity, like what was like all the preparations, like what were all the rehearsals like?
Actually, the rehearsals was very hectic at that time because there were a lot of many activities going on at the same time. But yet we were able to find time to hold our rehearsals, even though it's late at night, just so that we will be able to perfect the piece that we will sing on that day.
And then when it comes to just the bread, just pretty much like the reaction of the brethren, what was what was their reaction when it came to just like when it came to participating in this activity?
Actually, they were also very happy to participate, especially we are a very small locale, but yet they were willing to spend time to participate in this kind of activity, especially when it comes to spending time with the rest of the brethren in our locale.
Nice. And then also, when it comes to the performance, I know, everyone has worked together, and everyone created, this beautiful performance. Like, how was it, just, can you describe, what was the performance like, when it came to, creating, like your performance number?
We were all nervous because when it was our turn to practice that day, we
Mm,
couldn't hear each other. It's like it was hard to hear because it was
mm.
our first time being there to rehearse. But thankfully, with God's help on that day, we were able to present our piece with in front of all the brethren throughout the district. So it was nerve wracking, but yet we were able to pull through.
Yeah, that's good. I'm so happy for that. And of course, when you finally, received the award, like what was your like what would like how did you like how did like how was your reaction? Like how did you feel when you received, that award? Like what did you expect?
We were overjoyed. Actually, we stayed until the very last minute to find out who really won
Mm.
that a cappella. But like I said, we were happy that we were able to present our piece. With God's help, we were able to reap success.
Wow, that's really great. And just seeing all the pictures and hearing about all the stories, it definitely really warms my heart because just I was there cheering for you guys, and it was definitely a lot of fun. So how did this activity, after this activity, like how did this strengthen your bond, with the other brethren in the local?
Afterwards, once again, this was one of our church administration's love to all the brethren, to all the more encourage our brethren to participate in these kinds of activities in our in the church, so that way we are able to go ahead and strengthen our faith and bond with each other in our local congregation.
All right. So thank you, Sister Mercy, for that. And also thank you for, just for talking about, this experience with, with this activity of the choir and, with everyone, especially with all the officers. And also Brother Colin and also Sister Cece, like, of course, you also had, a part in this activity with the songs of faith, love, and hope, the acapella edition. If you can also, briefly, talk about your experiences, as you talk about the other activities.
I like to start off with it's really my first time doing that type of stuff. Especially I don't really like I'm more of a sports guy, so doing something out of the box and doing something out of the box for me was a really fun experience, and it was from it was nerve wracking from the beginning, but after when it's all said and done, and getting that third place, really made it all worth it for me.
Yay. And then how about
Um,
you, Sister Cece?
for me, I did choir when I was still in high school, but to do a cappella at church was really, I don't know, it was like a new experience, especially with our local, as Sister Mercy said, we're kind of small. And I think the best part about us when we were preparing, we were more focused on just really putting our best out rather than like thinking about a award, you know?
Yeah.
So since we were just focused on like just putting our best versions out there. When it was announced that we did win something, we were so surprised. I think I was still coming from backstage because I was in another performance as well, and I was like cheering on my other friends from other local congregations. And then once they called all the cast out, I think I was like, I almost missed when we were supposed to go on stage. So when they announced us, I was like, wait for me. And and then we took our photos. I think it was just a really fun and surprising moment. And
Yeah, Commercy and I were at the position in the back, and we were next to the audio tech people, and we were just talking, laughing, and then they had to look at us and say, "You guys won." I'm like, "Oh." So we were just we stood up, we like jumped up.
I was coming from backstage, and one of my other friends come up to me from the audience, and they're like, "Congratulations!" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "You won something." And I was like, "Oh!" So, and then when I finally walked into the audience, I see all the rest of the ensemble up there, so I just like ran up and we took our photos. It was really fun. I think, yeah, we just did.
It was unexpected.
Yeah.
We did not expect it at all. We were just so happy to be part of it and to be able to perform as Northridge a cappella. But yeah, it was definitely unexpected.
Wow, that's so awesome just to hear that. And definitely again, congratulations to to local of Northridge for winning because it was definitely a great performance to be honest. So with that being said, those are just one of the many activities that pretty much the local of Northridge had participated. So if you can also present, if we can have just photos to present, and for actually for Brother Colin, like what are some other activities that the local has actually participated?
Yeah, so for the local Northridge, we actually we try to strive to participate in almost every activity at the district posts and puts on. One of the activities that we like doing is Unity games. And from the past, even though that Northridge is a small locale, we always find when Unity games comes along, we always try our best to sh- to uh, to show up and just have fun with with all the other brethren in the district, just having fun with Unity. And as you can see in the photo last year, we won first place in volleyball and third place in basketball.
And it was a little different this year as well. We were joined with
Oh yeah, with
three locale.
yeah, with Oxnard and Woodland Hills.
All right, and then we have, and then also just an and if you can also do it the next slideshow.
So Northridge, we not only like to participate in district activities, one of them being, the neighborhood appreciation days and also the health outreach. So one of our more successful booths that Northridge holds are the arts and craft booths for the kids, which you could see over there. I think we held a neighborhood appreciation in Monterey Park. That was one of our bigger neighborhood appreciations, and the kids just loved it. Again, when it comes to activities, Northridge is just really focused on just putting our best versions out there, and just we don't really care about the I guess just like the feedback we receive. We just as long as we know we put our best out there, then whatever the public has to say about it, we're okay. So I'm so happy that like you could see all the children there having fun, and I think we were one of the more active booths, even through the end, late at night, as you can see with our lights on. And then I believe last year we also held health outreach where I gave blood for the first time. I was
Yay.
of age. I didn't even know I could do that until my mom said, "Sure." So, so I did it, and it was really fun. I'm happy that I was able to participate in that way. My mom gave blood too, as you could see, and again, other than district activities, we also hold a lot of local activities, or at least we try to. So sadly, we don't have any photos here, but we have a lot of themed um, anniversary celebrations. So I believe in the past we've done a like I think we called it a jamboree. It was like a nighttime jamboree, which is like a fancy word for like a slumber party, and everyone just got to dress really comfortably and like all snuggled up, especially since it was like late at night and it was really cold. But when we held it, we had fairy lights everywhere, and one of our sisters was really creative with the decorations, where some of the lights on like that were hanging from the tent, they looked like clouds, but she put like fairy lights in them, so it looked like just like a floating.
Wow.
Holy cow.
It was amazing. And then she also put like a lot of stuffing on the tables, and it was just a really fun time. One of my best friends, I've known her since I was like in kindergarten. We're tight, but she was able to participate. Sometimes she was able to participate, and then we just had a really fun time. And I think another theme that we had was 1950s. So that was really fun to see everyone kind of dress up, I guess, old timey. If you could, I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't want to see vintage. I don't.
But
That
yeah,
era,
no,
to dress up that era, it's really nice. And I think the brethren did a really good job at like portraying the era. I think I saw like a lot of leather jacket. I think Kajaf wore a leather jacket, which was really cool. He's usually in a
wow.
suit. Yeah, he was in a leather jacket, and I think he matched with his beautiful wife, Sister Aiko. So yeah, that's just some
Yeah,
of the district and local activities that we hold in North.
wow, that's really great. Just to really see and to hear just the many one of the many activities in the local. So definitely see as definitely the local of Northridge is definitely very active when it comes to the activities. So with that, we will go on to our next segment, which is talk about of course Northridge. There is schools around the area, and we do want to talk about to talk to Sister Lucella about one of the many schools around the Northridge area, which is Cal State Northridge. So definitely I will pass it on to Sister Lucella to talk about more about that. So pass it on to you. So what's all the facts, and if you can share all the facts about Cal State Northridge.
I'll try my best. I'm sure there's many facts that I'm probably missing, but I'm sorry, I'm definitely not Wikipedia. But yeah, again, I'm Sister Lucella. So I attend California State University Northridge, or CSUN, as most of the Northridge people know it. And yeah, as you can see in the photos, we have like a really cool like sculpture thingy majiggy that you'll see. I don't know what the streets are. I'm blanking out. I think it's like Zelza or something. I'm like Zelza Nordhoff. I think. Okay, Katja says yes. It's that. So yeah, and it's that little portrait at the top right corner. I think that's what it displays, and it says CSUN, but it says CSUN from like all corners that you look at it. So, yeah, that's really cool. That was like one of the first things that I saw when I first went to the campus. And yeah, you see at the bottom there's like this gigantic library, which okay, it's so weird, but when I first went in there, I thought it was gonna be really, really big. I thought it was gonna look somewhat like I don't know, I thought there was gonna be a lot, but apparently it was actually a lot smaller than I thought. But it's still huge. It's 4 floors and they have like a built-in elevator and everything. They have
Wow.
like Starbucks in there. They have like all these like MacBooks and everything that are set up for all the students. So a lot of people like to hang out there. Even I myself, you get a lot of studying done there. And the library is also like really great for like all of these things that the librarians in the school actually pays for. Like the students help fund it. And they have things like a recording studio for those who like music. They have things like sewing machines that people can use and like borrow. They also let you kind of rent out like, or actually borrow, sorry, not rent out, borrow camera equipment if you want to record stuff. So, library is cool not only just for the books, which I don't think most people go there for that, but they're there for other things too. Um, Yeah, and that picture of me is when I first went to my audition. I was auditioning to be a music major, and I did get in, but I am now a chemistry major. It's a long story, but if you're wondering, then I guess you can ask me some other time. But yeah, that's a picture of me at the gosh, is it? I think it's the Nordhoff Hall. Yes, it's called the Nordhoff Hall, and that place has like a bunch of different theaters. That's where the choir classrooms are, and like a lot of the drama theater uh classrooms are, and you see it like while you're driving just straight down Nordhoff, so you know people can see it if they ever go to CSUN. It's just right, like that's the building that's right there. Yeah, and CSUN, you know, has a lot of networking activities. They have a lot of clubs and activities. I'm sorry to say I am not one of those people that is very active in them. I'm sorry. I say this as a joke, but my club is church. So that's my club sort of. But we actually have a lot of brethren that also go to CSUN, and one of them is one of Sister Cece and Brother Colin's brother and Katessa's son. His name is Brother Nathan. He wasn't able to be here tonight, but he also goes to CSUN, and he's part of the Filipino American Student Association. So he's talked to me about that, and
Wow.
basically, that association was founded back in 1982, and it focuses on like spreading the Filipino culture, which you know is really cool. They hold a lot of meetings, and you know they hold a lot of networking events for students, and their next event is like Filipino Culture Night, and they're gonna showcase traditional dances from Philippines. So you know like tinakling and all that stuff. That's really cool. So yeah, that's just one of the many like really cool clubs that CSUN has, and it's just really fun to be there. And if you ever get a chance to visit it, check out that sculpture painting thingamajiggy, and you know come see the beautiful buildings, the beautiful library. It's free for entrance, so if you want to come in, like that's it's totally fine. It's just a $10 parking fee, which but that's okay.
So all right, so thank you, Sister Lasala, for for talking and for describing what pretty much is the college life of in the atmosphere in season. So definitely it just talking and just hearing about that makes me feel excited just to be a student again because because I want to go to that cool library, and you go to the many like the many activities at the college. So definitely, if you are planning to go to CSUN, please do, because you will see many brethren just like just like the brethren here in in Northridge. So thank you, Sister Lasella, for that. And then as well as of course, there isn't. Of course, it's not just a season. It's not just all about the many activities in the local of Northridge. Of course, there are many places in Northridge. So how about you, Sister Cece? Is there any places that you can that you can briefly talk about when it comes to the many foods and maybe like the many go-to places that that the brethren go to?
Yeah, so Northridge has a lot of fun hangout spots when it comes to food and especially some parks. Do you want to talk about that, Mom?
Oh, Balboa Park? Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
okay, sure. Um, Lake Balboa. I grew up in the valley, and this park has been North Hollywood. When I was with North Hollywood, we've always gone here, even just for leisurely with family and birthday parties. This is the park that everybody wants to go to. My husband, especially Brother Paul, loves to do his running. I believe what he said was around the entire actual park is about more than 3 miles, almost close to 3 to 5 miles, depending on how, if you don't cut corners or something.
I think they also have a biking trail.
They have a biking trail.
My dad and I used to go like I think halfway because I get tired, but yeah, the biking trail is also really fun.
So this Lake Balboa is everybody. If you live in the valley, you grew up in North Hollywood locale. Um, this Lake Balboa Park is our park to go to, and not only if it's just family friendly parties for your children, or just for you to exercise or walk around, but it's also where we hold propagation. We do a lot of do our propagational work there. But our Pasuga drives are held there. Also, our local picnics and activities was also held here. It's just such a beautiful place. The lake itself gives an ambiance of just peacefulness and relaxing. You see families going there every weekend. It's packed. You name it. They go there for the lake just to sit around and take pictures, or to hold a party, or to work out, or you name it. And that park is accessible to everybody. I encourage everybody to, if you have not yet, Lake Balboa Park is really nice.
In addition to the parks, we also have a lot of food places. If you don't want to go to a singular restaurant every Friday at Granada Hills, food trucks line up this. I think it's Chatsworth. So Chatsworth along Chatsworth and Granada Hills. There's a huge strip of shops, and then at the end of it you'll get two plazas full of more shops and restaurants you could go to. But along this strip, a lot of food trucks come and park. And again, back in my high school days,
This is every Friday.
Every Friday, yeah.
Every
I think
Friday.
it starts at 5:30. So back in my high school days, which wasn't too long ago, last year, yeah. My friends and I would every Friday we would just kind of like hang around school, do some homework, and then by the time it was 5:30, we would walk around this lovely street and get some food trucks. I think one of our favorite food trucks, which wasn't too far of a walk even, was like a sushi taco. I can't eat seafood, but they had spam subi. I think they have such a variety of food since it's food trucks, and since they're smaller businesses, it's really fun to like participate and help a small business out. Speaking of small businesses, there's also like a farmers market that holds at one of the intersections. So if you're kind of tired of food, and or like if you just don't want to go on the sidewalk, you could go on the streets.
More on the organic side.
Yeah, more on the organic side. Again, it's along Chatsworth, and then if you go down one of the intersections,
Zelda.
Yeah,
It starts on Zelda and Chatsworth, and you can't miss it.
Yeah,
Friday night at 5 p.m.
if you walk down it, you'll like, and you'll end up there somewhere. But yeah, there's a lot of organic. There's more small businesses if you go to the farmers market as well. I think it's just such a fun place for me and my friends. Even if you aren't planning to buy anything, it's just such a fun atmosphere. And even when it's I think during fall or winter, when it gets more colder, and the city actually puts up all of these like string lights along Chatsworth, and it's just such a vibe. So that's a fun hangout spot as well. Yay.
All right. So definitely, just describing those hangout spots and those food, it makes me really, really hungry right now because of the just the way how you described it was really it's just already making my mouth water because of how the food and the many places that you described. So definitely it is, it's definitely one of the places that, of course myself will definitely check out, whenever I'm in the area of Northridge. So, again, thank you so much, for really informing us into, just telling us more about, the many places. So with that being said, unfortunately, we do have to, end our broadcast for today. But before we go, do we have any shout outs? We'll start with you, Sister Tess, and the family.
Oh, shout out to LAC brethren. We are so happy Northridge got highlighted. Pa June, Pa Erwin, hello Pa. And to all our district officers, hello.
All right. And then how about you, Jeff?
I just wanted to say that it is always our inspiration to have Brother Eduardo Manalo as our awesome and dynamic leader who motivates all of us. Also, the sacrifice of all the ministers and resident workers our district minister, Brother June, and of course, Brother Irwin. The things that they do, especially when times are tough, they are always there to motivate us, to inspire us to continue on with our faith. It's a great blessing to have such leaders. And last but not the least, we love you so much, Brother Eduardo Manalo, from all the brethren in Northridge po. Hopefully, one of these days, you'll come down and visit us.
All right. And then we have Kamarsi. Kamarsi.
Okay,
Oh, there you
Paul.
go.
I'm here, Paul. Sorry, Paul. I'm having problem with my my unmute. I would like to thank you also, Paul, for having us, for featuring our locale of Northridge, and thank you for our also to our district minister, Brother June, and to all the district staff for having us, and thank you for all the love and support that you always given to all of us, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
All right, thank you. And then lastly, Sister Lisa.
I'll make mine short because I think everyone said hi to everyone. Hi to all of my friends and family throughout California and everyone watching this podcast today. Thank you so much for tuning in and learning about Northridge. And yeah, shout out to INCRadio. Thank you for having us and for allowing us to be here and for, just preparing all of this because I know that's a lot for you guys. So thank you so much.
All right, so thank you everyone for tuning in. And we also want to give a special shout out to everyone that has been tuning in to INCRadio Los Angeles. So with that being said, we'll end it at more laughter, more fun, more LAC. Bye everyone.